Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate, or at least the third iteration of it. Now, we've got a lot of stuff that I would need to show off if everybody wanted to see every inch of the estate and what it was leveled to and all of that. For right now, I think what's important is we have one of every class. They're all level 4. And we've cleared all of the level 1 bosses, but have proceeded no further. I've also got a graveyard with 2 fallen heroes in it. That was from a boss fight and some unsustainable stress that came from it. I've actually dismissed a number of heroes in this save file and kind of kept it to a smaller pool, which has led them to them leveling up a little bit faster than otherwise. And also, I don't know how much this surprises anyone, but I'm a lot better at the game when I'm not narrating my adventure. And I can just concentrate and focus and take more time to consider a move before I make it, etc., etc. For right now, though, I think we are well positioned with these guys to start a run on the veteran bosses. And the Swine King seems like he is going to be first up on the chopping block, which is appropriate for a giant hog. We've got the good cop, bad cop crew. You will also notice the names of these characters. I'm actually using the, I would say the de facto, canon name for each of the classes. It is contained in a game file. I've seen the developers comment that it was intended to be nothing more than their own development save so that they could quick name everything whenever they loaded in for testing. But characters like Junia, Reynald, Dismas, I think they've kind of ascended a little bit to become the canonical versions of the Vestal, the Crusader, etc., etc. So that is the naming schema that we've got going on here. I'm not actually going to be able to complete the Darkest Dungeon with only 15 characters. I will need to recruit more. And when I do that, that's probably when I'm going to ask for volunteers in the comments. One of the reasons, I think kind of a lesson learned, that I'm going to avoid trying to rename all of these guys is it holds up my production cycle a little. If I've got to wait for a video to be published before I can move on and name a character and then record again. So this is our gang for right now. You'll meet more of them in the future. But for right now, this group is going to be taking on Mr. Swine King. So let's pop into our provisioning screen. And I'm mostly thinking HP is the thing that the Swine King is going to do to us. We're going to the Warrens, so let's do something like this. Let's take 4 of those just in case, and we'll go with, let's say, a single stack of torches. One of the things I was doing on the save is bringing a lot less torchlight, and I should probably stick with that now that we are recording it. It leads to higher gold income, and there's really not been much penalty. A few adventures end in a little bit of low light, and that's pretty much it. I think this is going to be fine. This may be a relatively short journey if we can get a map that is conducive to heading straight to the boss, so provisioning shouldn't be too much of a concern. Let's go ahead and get this party started.
My first attempts at summoning were crude, and the results disappointing. I soon found, however, that the type and condition of the host's meat was a critical factor. The best results came from pigs, whose flesh is most like that of man.
Well, isn't that lovely? Most like that of man.
A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
All right, and it looks like our most likely candidate for boss room is going to be in the top right here. We did not get an initial scout, so I say we'll head up right away. Oh, nice. I was super staying on removing negative quirks from these guys, so Junia has a locked-in... I'm kind of wanting to leave almost things like known cheat, or bad gambler, God-fearing even. If those things lock in, that's almost good for us. There's a limit on the number of negative quirks you can have, and those are certainly not so bad. Pyromania could use cleansing, so let's see if we can't get rid of it with a burned pile of scrolls. And indeed we do. Awesome. Well, that'll be several thousand gold that we do not have to spend back in town.
Curious is the trapper maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
It wouldn't be the darkest dungeon if we didn't run into a trap in our first hallway. Now, one of the reasons that I didn't want to just restart is, honestly, I was looking forward to the later game. You know, the larger enemies and kind of mini bosses, I suppose. All of the different abilities that come later. Everything that comes with, you know, not just grinding through level 1 for another 30 episodes or so. And so that's why I kind of opted to try to get a save game ahead. As mentioned in the last episode, I wasn't intending to need it quite so soon, but here we are, and so I really do enjoy the late game a lot more, and I think it's just...
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Your unlocked trinkets start to really provide like a lot more variety in what your characters can do. You can experiment a little bit with class builds, and you know, you start to get to this point where stun 119, like I'm getting plus 70% stun chance from trinkets. Like that's amazing. That pretty much negates her resistance right there on top of a 119 base. Like, it's just a guaranteed thing. I prefer playing in the late game, and if I could get back to it, I would have preferred to. So,
Ringing ears, blurred vision, the end approaches.
Of course, crit for 7. I don't think we're too worried. You're down 4, you're down 7. Let's just throw out a party heal. Give 3 to each. It's not too terrible. And then you coming off of stun. Let's see. We want to stun you again. I was kind of thinking we want to kill him and... or we want to kill it, I suppose, and her more or less at the same time. Ooh, poor dodge. Okay, Rinaldin should be able to finish her.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And we just need somebody to go before the Corpse Eater. That's not really what I was looking for. Let's toss out a little bit of healing and get another person to go before the Corpse Eater.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Now I do, unfortunately, still need heirlooms. That's kind of my second favorite thing about the late game, would be not having to worry about heirlooms anymore, just being able to loot for gold. We'll do a little bit of zigzagging, try to stay in the middle, which gives us more options I reach here and get a bad scout, like a lot of stuff that we don't want to deal with, there's nothing I can do about that. So if I stay, in a branching path, at least if I scout something that I don't want to deal with, I can go the other way. Not to mention, I would love to get a scout of... There we go. A secret room, but I'm not going to. Fine. Got a curio right outside the door. A couple of paintings. Alright. And then we'll just head this way for a really easy hallway walk. Hopefully a really easy campfire. And then a run at the boss. Alright. Everybody's basically at max HP. The only really bad thing we've got going on here is the 74 stress on Paracelsus, I suppose. I think that's actually like a male name. One of the interesting things about the naming schema here, a lot of them are based on historical characters that sort of fit these paradigms. I actually think that that was a man. I'll do a little bit of research on that, and we'll see what we can come up with. We'll just want to camp here. Maybe pull her stress down a little.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
We can do stress. Can't pray. Yeah, I should probably just do the encourages more than anything. Okay. Let's go with bandit sense, clean guns. We don't have really any good buffs. I'm just gonna pull 30 stress off of her. Ooh, the light shines brightest in darkness. Well, you're not wrong. And then we'll just do a little resting. Doesn't look bad. There is nothing to fear. You're fine, guys. It's fine. Yeah.
In radiance, may we find victory.
All right. Now we're gonna run into one hallway battle. Hopefully nothing too bad. Oh, this is perfect. Some twitching maggots, an overgrown spitter, and we surprised them.
Obliterated.
We're gonna move through these guys without really any trouble. And there we go. And
Eradicated.
let's go ahead and take the kill there, as he's gonna be stunned for the next round anyway. No one needs to heal, but we'll do that instead of passing a turn. And Duelist Advance easily takes the kill. Awesome.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Yeah. Triumphant pride, all that good stuff. However, we are super over provisioned and almost done with this place. So we'll just take our buff, which may matter somehow. I'm not even sure what the Swine King would do to us that might require any of that. But we do get some like debuff resist out of it, I suppose. Alright. And okay. And the Swine King is mostly just somebody I think we're gonna stun and then deal good old-fashioned damage to over and over again. That's basically the recipe that I'm going with here. Alright, good. 80 stun, it's up to 200. Okay. We'll probably... Oh, man. Taste of my own medicine, huh? We will probably have to let his stun resist wear off, honestly, before trying that again. I don't really want to Plague Grenade Wilbur. Tell you what, we'll just throw out a little bit of healing. I probably could have equipped better skills to ensure the ability to do a little bit of blight damage to the front row. Yeah, but I'm not too worried. Especially if I can land the stun here, which resisted that time. Okay. That's fine. I can then get Duelist Advance for the riposte. Nice. Health's still not looking like too much of a concern. It's only 10 damage, but it does add up.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Now health is a concern. Okay. Your speed is 1. So I think we could probably afford to not heal him right away. Well, of course, Wilbur could have done 1 damage to him, so perhaps that was extremely dangerous of me. There we go. Another stun. Good, good. And this one doesn't really matter, as he's going to be stunned on his next round. And then the point blank shot. Nice. And hit him again. Equally nice.
Quakes.
Alright. Down to 50 HP. We could probably, with a little bit of luck, we could do 50 HP to him this turn. Maybe? No, resisted. Lovely. Into these two. Oh, that's a little problematic. We would need a crit. You're going to go down to death's door. We could probably keep you off of it. But tell you what, I am going to heal Reynald, hoping just to keep him out of death's door's range.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
That does actually pay off. I just wanted to avoid having a death's door debuff on both of them. Alright. Stun's not great, so I tell you what. Let's Battlefield Medicine here just to pull him off of death's door, so that Wilbur doesn't squeal him down. Yeah, or something like that. Alright. 19.
How many rats will it take to gnaw through a ton of putrid flesh?
That is a terrifying question. This could kill, but I'm going to play it super safe here. I'm going to pull him back from death's door. Let Wilbur get his bit of squeal. Retribution, or it's not really retribution anymore, but the riposte from...
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
From his Duelist Advance. And we lost one of our biggest damage dealers, but we can easily do 7 damage in a turn. Assuming that our Dodge 24 Wilbur cooperates with us. Alright, alright.
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
We're not gonna go down like this. It's okay.
And now the true test. Hold fast, or expire.
Tell you what. We're gonna play it safe. We're just gonna heal. And then we're gonna end.
Falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright then.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So the Book of Rage isn't awful. Steady Bracer isn't awful. We have picked up some better trinkets over time, though. I'll be honest with you, and so I doubt those see much use. I was going to continue adventuring, but with such low health and 2 Death's Door debuffs, I think the safe play is to just head home. Making decisions like that is honestly what led this save to much fewer deaths over the course of 30 episodes. Is sometimes playing it safe and realizing when the adventure is through, we should not push our luck. All right, a few heirlooms for our trouble. That's actually pretty decent, although I've been playing Dismas mostly as a melee character rather than ranged, but I could always adjust that. And one of our characters makes it to level 5, the others all still level 4, which is awesome. We could do another boss fight with them. We'll go ahead and get back to town. Now, stagecoach upgrades are vital.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
Stagecoach, definitely vital. I do plan on... Yeah. I've got the first level of experience recruits. I intend to get these all the way up so that we could recruit, like... I think it's level 3s. That would be what I would assume is happening here. Although this gets me 1... I don't know, level 2, level 3, or maybe level 3, level 5. I have seen a couple of level 1 characters come through the stagecoach. Some of these may have even been recruited from them, truth be told. But once we get that up, that's probably when I will sort of start recruiting again. Or if we need to replace any of the classes that might die. Otherwise, I think things are looking pretty good. We do have a couple of characters that could use some de-stressing. With an early antiquarian in our party, gold has not been too bad of a thing. I've had a few runs that got me 30,000 gold, and that's been super helpful. So, yeah, I think next episode will just kind of be a continued run on bosses. We'll probably head into the Weald next, kill the hag, and then I need to get the Cove and the Ruins up 1 level, don't I? Ugh. Alright. We might also see something that this adventure, or this save game, rather, has had me doing, which is we might see a throwaway crew that we bring in just to level up an area and collect a little gold and then send them on their merry way. We shall see. We shall see. Alright, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I want to keep it short and sweet for our first introduction to our latest and greatest iteration of the Red Estate. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to subscribe. There's more content on the channel every day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.